I mean, if I had a good enough telescope, and what we're doing with assembly theory, and one of Sarah's students is doing this right now, is you're using assembly theory to look at exoplanet atmospheres to see if an atmosphere has enough assembly to be to be associated with life or not. And the short answer is that it appears that we can do that. Like, if you compare the Earth atmosphere to other planets in the solar system elsewhere, you can see differences, and you can see it by looking, and for want of a better analogy, by looking at the color of Earth. And so it's not just the green and the blue, but it's all the different colors associated with all the different gases. And if you look at those together over time, you can build a map of that says that the planet's basically alive unambiguously. Right now, people go and look for oxygen or methane or phosphine or what they call biomarkers or biohints. But those molecules in themselves are too simple. Methane just has one type of bond, it's CH4. Phosphine just has one type of bond, pH3. Oxygen is just O2. And so what we have to do is get away from simplicity and look for evidence of complexity that could not have been produced by randomness at the kind of vast universal level we have right now. And the good news is, I think assembly theory can do it. And I can imagine a James Webb 2.0 that would have and I think that we'll be able to kind of see infrared complexity. In fact, we've proven in one of my papers that the more parts a molecule has, the more complex the infrared is, and the higher the assembly index. And I've got one batshit crazy idea for planet Earth, is I wanted to synthesize, as a chemist, the most complicated gas, which have the best rainbow colors that we could just manufacture several million tons of. And if humanity was about to be extinguished, we would just break the bulb and put this in the atmosphere to tell aliens that we were here. This is a marker, a fingerprint to say, come and check us out. We were alive at some point. And just by making the most complicated gaseous molecule possible that could not have been made by chance in the universe lifetime. So there's lots of cool ideas there. But I think we are going to detect life in the universe using assembly theory in the next few years. I don't know how long it's going to take, because everyone will kill me if I say 2 years, 5 years, 10 years. Obviously, we need to improve the resolution of the James Webb. But we might see hints of it from the James Webb. And you want to go from a hint to a observation that you can put a probability on. And I like almost like the particle physicist said, all right, we've got a 6 sigma event, we've found the Higgs boson, we can now party. So you really want to have a 6 sigma event where you can find alien life, and we can all party, because it's very emotive, right? People say that Viking found life on Mars. People say there's no life on Mars. People say there's life on Europa, life on Enceladus. But everyone's talking about different things. It's almost as complicated as is artificial intelligence question, because they lack a definition and a globally acceptable metric